You've got to understand people put in many, many, many years of hard work to bring Tilak to where it is today. So I would like us to put our hands together for past management, past principals, former teachers, former students, who all have contributed in one way or in another to put Tilak High School to where it is today. So can we put our hands together for that? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd also like to make note of the fact that while you enjoy such good facilities here, there are still many schools who are trying to recover from the aftermath of TC Winston. And I think we also need to be mindful and thoughtful about those students who continue to study under adverse conditions. And as a government, we are trying our best to ensure that they are moved into proper classrooms as soon as possible, despite the challenges that we face. And I'd also like to thank the school for accommodating students from QVS who were here with you after the cyclone destroyed their school as well. So thank you indeed for accommodating that. And if they had shared their experiences with you, I'm sure you'd be able to empathize with them and what actually they went through when TC Winston wreaked havoc on our country. Yeah? These are the things that make us stronger, they make us more resilient. So my point here is be appreciative of what you have. Okay? Be appreciative of what you have, what the facilities that we have, and we need to be thankful that you always safe in that time. This is actually the 5th annual awards day in the last 3 days that I've been having, and I'm indeed sort of awed by or impressed by the level of preparation that you have put in to make your awards 2016 a successful one. And for me, the preparation for awards day does not begin in 3rd term. As a teacher, I always believe that it begins on the day the student enters the school. Everything that happens from that day till the time you sit for your exams is actually setting the wheels in motion and preparing for this particular day. So those students who have actually worked hard, who have actually gone the extra miles, who have sacrificed your other activities, your sleep, you will definitely reap rewards of your sacrifice and commitment. And to those who have not made it this year, there is always a next time. Please do not be disheartened, do not be demoralized. It's simply somebody else worked harder than you, and that's the reason why that person is going to receive awards today. And like I said, all of you may not receive awards, but those that you receive awards tend to become inspirations for those who do not receive. And of course, it serves as an encouragement to others to work harder. I'm sure those who are going to receive awards will be very happy. Those who are not going to receive awards, let that not dampen your spirits. Again, appeal to your parents, appeal to the parents. If your child does not achieve an award, it doesn't mean that your child is more special than the next. You need to continue to encourage your children. You need to continuously mold and guide your children towards this path. And I'm sure some of you have shown your talents in other areas, non-curricular activities, who will be awarded as well. And pursue those talents. I'm sure not all of us can become lawyers, doctors, and dentists. You have a lot of special talents. And as teachers, as administrators, as parents, we need to harness their talent. And of course, we need to encourage you to go beyond and rise above all expectations. And ladies and gentlemen, the awards that you receive today must continue to be a symbol of your hard work and perseverance to do better, and of course to be dedicated to bring about better success. If you look at Tilak High School, I've been told you have a population of well over 1,000, close to 1,180 students, and I know the work for the teachers would be very challenging. As a teacher myself, I do understand the challenges that teachers go through within the classroom. The total mindset of the students that we deal now has changed. When I was a student, things were different. But if I tell my kids, if I tell my daughter, in my days we used to do that, she would turn around and say, Mom, this is not your day, this is our day. And that's the reality. We sort of are looking at a new generation of people with their own mindset. And that actually makes the work of teachers very, very challenging. And with the various policies in place to protect children's rights, no corporal punishment, etc. I think that makes our work easier. But as teachers, because we have chosen to be teachers, we need to be very innovative in the way we deal with the children of this era. Now, that doesn't mean, children, you're going to sit on the heads of your teachers. The respect for teachers must be paramount. The discipline that we want you to have must be a priority. Okay? Your teachers will always remain your teachers. Your parents will always remain your parents, no matter how successful you become in life. And all that starts with the various values that we try to instill in you, and that's basically is respect, discipline. Okay? So don't forget those simple values and practice that in your life. The school's mission is to develop each child to be intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, and physically equipped with knowledge, skills, and a positive attitude, so that we can mold you into respected citizens or individuals of this community. Many a times you've heard, you've read about youth power. Okay? You young people have a lot of power that can bring about positive influences, not only in your own world, but as a nation as a whole. So I appeal to you, stay positive, keep in company that motivates and inspires you, stay away from things like drugs, etc., that is plaguing our society, and actually be champions of change for the country. Okay? Coming back to my role now. In my previous role, I was trying to champion for rights of children and women and the poor, but now I have an added responsibility, actually, that comes up with a lot of challenges. And we have started targeting school children because, like I said, we believe you have the power to change. Whether change in any environment. Okay? And for me personally, I would like you to be champions of good health. Okay? Good health. We cannot afford to have our adolescent population suffering from the ever-increasing risks of NCDs. You probably know what I'm talking about, right? Many a times we think that our student population, our youth population is healthy. The research has found out that adolescent population, the youth population, are coming down to as young as 12 years in our children, are now being exposed to NCDs. Now, NCDs is not a medical problem. NCDs is a man-made problem. It's a non-medical problem. It's a disease that we bring upon ourselves because of our lifestyle. So I'd like to urge all of you present here today, whether you're a parent, whether you're a guardian, whether you're a teacher, whether you are a student, you have to take care of your health. We are heading towards a very, very dangerous path in Fiji, not only in Fiji, in the Pacific region, with the rising levels of NCDs. Our youngest diabetic patient is 12 years old. Our youngest stroke victim is 12 years old as well. Okay? So be cautious about what you take. There are a lot of things out there that is very attractive, that appeals to your taste, that appeals to your imagination because of the advertisements that come up, but the choice is yours. Okay? The choice is yours on what to eat, what to spend your money on. And to the parents, it's equally your responsibility to see that your children, grown-up children, the little ones, your family members are given right type of food, balanced food. And we have been reading about rising costs of food prices. What I'd like to encourage you is to get down and do some backyard gardening, simple things like that. Eat a lot of green leafy vegetables that you can grow in your backyard. Okay, being too dependent on processed food, fatty foods, which may taste good, but it does not have a good impact on our lifestyles. Okay? Another thing that the Ministry of Health and Medical Services launched 2 days ago is another serious concern for us is our dependence on antibiotics to cure any medical condition that we have. Research has found out, not only in Fiji, but across the globe, that we are slowly moving towards antimicrobial resistance. Our bodies will start resisting the drugs that we take, especially in terms of antibiotics. Simple example, you have a flu, you go to the doctor gives you a prescription of antibiotics, the red and yellow pill. You've had that, amoxicillin, things like that? Okay. What do? We bring it back home, we eat it for a couple of doses, and then we get well, and we keep it aside. Somebody else in the family gets sick, we go to the doctor says, okay, antibiotics. And you say, no doctor, I have 2 strips of antibiotics at home. But that antibiotics is not for somebody else. So knowing that if the doctor prescribes you with an antibiotic, please complete the dose. Because if you don't complete the dose, that bacteria will come back and make you sick again. There's simple things like that that we intend to ignore. And I would like you to take this message back home. We have just launched our antimicrobial resistance operation plan, and we are now going to move out to communities telling people why it is important to take the antibiotics as prescribed by the doctor. Many times we become doctors. Okay, I'm well. 2 days. No. You need to complete every dose that the doctor gives you. Simple things like that. So eat healthy so that you don't have to go to the hospitals. Eat healthy, exercise regularly so that again you don't have to visit the health centers. A healthy lifestyle is what we are promoting. And healthy lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen and students, doesn't start with my hospitals. It doesn't start with my doctors. It doesn't start with the nurses. It doesn't start with the medicine. It starts with you and I. We need to practice healthy lifestyles. And the reason why I'm addressing students is, like I said, you can be champions of this, healthy lifestyles. Be healthy, be productive, be active, and excel in your studies. Simple things like that. And coming back to your education again, I'm pleased to say that you are very fortunate, even parents are very fortunate, and students are very fortunate to live in these times where, as a government, we are taking a lot of burden off your shoulders. We are trying to ensure that every child who reaches the age of schooling goes to school. Okay? And I'm sure your teachers will be able to give me more data on the attendance level of the students. So we want you to be in school. We want parents to send you to school because of the various programs that we have. We are trying to make education accessible. We are trying to make education inclusive. And we are trying to make education affordable to every Fijian citizen. And you are aware of the free education program, the bus fare assistance subsidies, and other things that the government is trying to do. For the outgoing students, we have in place the Toppers scholarships scheme, and I wish and pray a lot of students from here get into the Topper scholarship so that your parents will be saved from the burden of paying for your tertiary education. For those of others who still cannot afford, we have the tertiary education loan scheme, and a lot of students have been benefiting from them. So please do justice when you are given a scholarship. Work hard to get your grades up, and when you get this tertiary education loan scheme, again, you need to work hard and tell the government that yes, you are a responsible youth that is going to do justice to the investment that the government is making into you. And coming back to parents' responsibility again, while the government is taking a lot of burdens off your shoulders, providing for basic necessities still remain your responsibility. School items, bags, food, meals, moral support is the biggest one that you need to continue to provide to your children so that they can reach their fullest potential. Of course, your children's success is your success as well. To all the parents and guardians and children and well wishers, please walk in hand with our government to provide support for our children. As we always say, they are the future that the nation looks upon too. To the senior students who are going to be graduating, I'm sure you've already decided on the fields of study that you are going to take. There's a shortage of doctors in Fiji, there's a shortage of nurses in Fiji, and there's a shortage of other medical personnel. So I urge you to take up those, especially for the science students, and you can contribute to the country's development. To the rest of the students who will be achieving awards, please see that as a step in the right direction. Continue to do not lose momentum and focus on your studies. And we have also said that education, when we invest in education, we are trying to get rid of many families out of poverty. That's the biggest tool. So I'm sure some of you will be facing those challenges coming from those underprivileged and marginalized families. See education as a way of changing the destiny of not only yourself, but your families as well. And in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, once again, congratulations to the school. To the teachers again, if I must say, thank you for a wonderful job. Without you, maybe this day would not be possible. For all the preparations that you have done, all the sacrifices that you have done for our children, all the extra hours that you have put for our children. Children, can you put it up for your teachers and thank them in the usual manner. To the principal, thank you very much for providing that leadership that is needed to run a school of this caliber. Thank you very much. To the management, thank you for all that you contribute towards the upkeep of the school. And again, to the parents, thank you for being here. Um, we are approaching festive seasons. Please stay safe. Parents, please monitor where your children are. Monitor the company that they keep. And on this note, I'd like to wish you all the very best for the external examination results for this year. And I hope the school continues to shine and become an example to other schools in this district. And on that note, may I wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas and a very safe holidays and a Happy New Year. God bless, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.
Mistress's ceremony. It is my extreme pleasure this afternoon to one of ours. When I say one of ours, I mean a fellow teacher, the Honorable Minister-elect for Health and Education. In fact, it was just whispered to me as I walked on stage that one of our very own teachers was a student in her class many years back. We welcome you, Madam Minister, to Tilak High School, and I extend on behalf of the Management Board, I speak on behalf of the trustees, and of course I speak on behalf of our dear students, who today is all about them. Welcome in the usual manner. Welcome, madam.
In every award ceremony, we celebrate not
You receive